What's up, tribe? What is going on? It's Virtue here. Thank you for watching my channel, for being here with me. And I don't think I gave you guys a schedule, so I did create a schedule. But before I say that, let me say again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you to all my subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, I would appreciate it if you just hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know whenever I post a new video. My plan is to post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I'm thinking of doing a reading every Sunday to bring us in the new week, to help with our intentions for every week. So I'm thinking of doing that. I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work out, but I'm thinking of doing that. But yeah, subscribe to my channel, and everything that I post is about leveling up, and everything that I post is what I've been through or what I'm going through and how I'm proceeding in my life. And I would love to share that with you guys and see you guys grow while I grow, and we just grow together. So yeah, this week I'm going to be posting all about relationships. So again, I was talking about the up level, how to level up, how to glow up. And I figure I will rewind it back and let's start from the beginning. So I'm talking about relationships this week. And I'm going to post this video on a Tuesday, which I should have posted on a Monday, but I'm going to post this on a Tuesday, but then my next video will be Wednesday and then Friday. So this week, I'm going to be talking about the relationship you have with yourself, the relationship you have with your family, and the relationship you have with your spouse. And along with your spouse, I'm going to be talking about children and things like that. So today I'm talking about the relationship you have with yourself, which is the best relationship you can have, because the relationship you have with yourself is a reflection of other relationships. So we need to have a better relationship with ourselves, so we know who we are and what we want when we're out here trying to conquer things and manifest things for ourselves. So I did take some notes, so I won't be all over the place. I know you can't see it, but it's my handwriting. So it's how to have a better relationship with yourself. So the first thing I would say is make sure you always have a journal handy. When you're watching my videos, period. Always keep a journal. Keep a notebook or something like that. So I wrote down some steps. So the first thing we want to do is ask yourself, who am I? You know, really ask yourself these questions. Write it down. On the top of the page, you write, who am I? And you pay attention to what comes up. Make sure you write it down and you reread it. So you're asking yourself, who am I? Who am I? Am I a mother? How do you define yourself? That's the first thing you want to do. And I want you guys to do this in the order of which I'm telling you guys to do it, because there's a reason why. You'll see at the end of the video. Just make sure you watch the video all the way through. So the first thing you want to do is ask yourself, who am I? You want to write this down. See what comes up, what comes up in your thought. Write it down. As soon as it pops up, make sure you write it down. So that's the first thing you want to do. You ask yourself, who am I? Right? So see what comes up, put that to the side. The second thing you want to do is forgive yourself. You want to let go, and you want to move on. And then you ask yourself, what do I need to be forgiven for? Really think about that. Let that resonate with you. What do I need to be forgiving for? You can forgive yourself for being too forgiving. You can forgive yourself for allowing people to walk over you. You can forgive yourself for being too angry. Forgive yourself for giving up on things. Things you have done, that doesn't sit right with your heart. You need to forgive yourself. What do I need to be forgiven for? And you write that down. You write that down so you can see it and say, I forgive myself for this, and move on from it. This is how we're going to have a better relationship with ourselves, because I'm really I'm planning on to doing some real up leveling with you guys, you know. I wish I can kind of like make this a secret page because I found out so much information, but I want to go through things step by step instead of just throwing things at you guys. So yeah, what do I need to be forgiven for? What do I need to let go of in order to be a better me? You know, ask yourself these questions. What do I need to let go of? What do I feel is holding me back? And you ask yourself, how do I move on? Now, these are questions that I can't answer for you, but you can ask yourself these questions and see what pops up in your head. You know, only you know, and only you have to deal with that. And you have to forgive yourself for certain things, and you have to let go, and you have to move on. You know, you can't hold yourself back for things that happened in the past because we're moving forward. That's what we're doing. So that's step 2, you know. And how do I move on? Okay, how do you move on from something? You move on from something for first you admit it, and that's the part we say, what do I need to be forgiven for? And how do I let this go? You write it down, cross it off your list, and you moving on. It happened, it's over with, it's done. You know, now we're going to go to step 3. And I wrote down, what do I deserve and desire for myself? Sorry if I'm going fast. I don't want to make the video too long. But yeah, what do I deserve and desire for myself? What do you think you deserve? What what are your beliefs on that? You know, around what do you deserve? You might be a person who grew up with basically nothing. So in your mind, that's what you deserve because that's how your DNA was set up. You know, that's what you believe for so long because that's how you were raised. But really ask yourself, what do you deserve? You deserve everything. Why not? Anybody else does. Nobody is more important than you. So and then you ask yourself, what do I desire for myself? And your desires is what what kind of person do you want to be? What kind of life do you want to live? You know, ask yourself these questions. They're so important as to having a better relationship with yourself. Knowing who you are is so important. So you really want to take the time out. You really want to take the time out and ask yourself these questions. What do you desire? What do you want? What type of house do you want? What type of car do you want to drive? What type of person you want to be? You know, what type of career do you want to have? Ask yourself these questions. What do you think you deserve? Me personally, I deserve whatever I want. You know, I deserve to have the best of everything. I deserve to have the house that I desire. I deserve to have anything anybody else have. I deserve to you know, to do whatever I want, to live comfortably, to be financially free, to have abundance. I deserve to be in love. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to have someone to love. You know, I deserve the car that I desire. You know, I deserve these things. There's nothing that says I don't deserve it. I deserve it. God told me I can have it. So, you know, I deserve it. That's what you deserve as well. You deserve to have everything you desire. So you write that down. Write what you deserve and write your desires down. You know, what it is that you want. Um I saw this one time where I believe it was 19 keys, and he was just like, close your eyes for a second, and you close your eyes and you picture yourself. You picture yourself as the best version possible. Who do you want to be? How are you dressed? You know, is your nails done? Do you have on heels? Are you carrying a briefcase? Do you have a purse? You know, and sit down and have lunch with this person, and you ask her, how do you become you? How do you get like this? You know, you ask her those questions. Close your eyes and really think for a second. Picture her in your mind, the better version of you. See what she has on, what kind of shoes she has on. You know, how does she look? And she's sitting right across from you. And ask her, what did she do to get to where she's at? And see what answers pop up in your mind. What does she say? You know, and follow those steps. Write it down. Don't be afraid to write stuff down. You know, write it down. So next is number 4. So on this one, I wrote down, now after you went through all step 1 through step 3, here we are to step 4, and you ask yourself again, who am I? Now this is not something you do within this video, however long this video is going to be. Actually take your time, pause it if you have to pause it and come back, but actually take your time and, you know, write these stuff down, ask yourself these things. It might take you days, you know, but take your time with this stuff. I'm just going through the steps. I don't want to make the video long for you guys, and I'm just going through the steps of what you should do. So then when you do steps 1 through 3, go back to step 4 and ask yourself again, who am I? And see and compare that to your first question. Because once you go through those steps, you might become somebody different, or you might add to who you are. You know what I mean? So ask yourself again. And then in between all of that, this is like everyday things you want to do. So you want to make sure you take good care of yourself. Take good care of your needs. Make sure you're eating healthy. Make sure you get enough rest. Make sure you're reading. You know, you're going for walks and things like that. You always want to make sure you're taking care of you. And these are ways you have a better relationship with yourself. You have to take care of you. You can't always take care of other people first. Even if you have children, you know, you can't always, you know, just give everything to your kids, give everything to your spouse and to your family, and you have nothing for you. You know, you're no good to anyone if you're no good to yourself. So we want to make sure we take care of ourselves. And another thing, we want to enjoy life. You know, do things that you enjoy. Do things that bring you laughter. You know what I mean? Like, if it's no good to you, if it brings you stress, don't do it. Back up off it for a second. You know, if you wake up in the morning and you can't find something, take a break. Breather, take a break. If your friends or whoever asking you to go out and you really don't want to, don't do it. If it's going to bring you stress, don't do it. You know what I mean? Do things that is conducive to your happiness. Do things that makes you laugh and makes you happy and makes you smile. You know, don't do things that stress you out. It just doesn't make sense. You know, if you do things that you enjoy, you're definitely going to have a good relationship with yourself. You're going to know yourself in and out. You're going to know what you like. This is what I like. This is what makes me happy. You know, you always want to do things that you enjoy. You know, another thing is you want to focus on your inner thoughts and feelings. So this is all the things you're going to do in between the steps. This is like everyday stuff. You want to focus on your inner thoughts and your feelings. For instance, if you was to think a negative thought, pay attention to the fact that you're thinking that thought. And you want to quickly switch it to something positive. You know what I mean? Once you get to know yourself, you're going to notice that you're thinking negative thoughts. You can create a whole fight with somebody, and that will manifest into your reality. So you want to pay attention to certain things that you're thinking about. You know what I mean? You only want to think good thoughts. And then pay attention to how you're feeling. If you're upset and you're angry, take a break and say, why am I feeling this way? Try to figure out what brought on that feeling so you can work on that. You know what I mean? Because more than likely, it's something that happened before that causes you to feel this way once before. So you wanna really pay attention to what's upsetting you or making you angry or making you sad. You know what I mean? And that's gonna link you to your thoughts. It's gonna link you to what you're thinking about. So you kind of like really want to pay attention to your thoughts and your feelings, and make sure that I'm sorry guys, I keep looking down because I put the card for myself and for this reading, and so I'm talking, looking at this card, but you want to make sure that pay attention to how you feel. That's how you feel, and that's connected to certain thoughts. You want to enjoy yourself, and you want to do things that cause you to be happy. Another thing you want to do is always make time for yourself. If you're a coffee drinker, take you 10 minutes and drink you a cup of coffee in the morning before you do anything. If you're not a coffee drinker, drink some orange juice. Just sit there, and think to yourself. You could just think to yourself, like, I'm really enjoying this moment. Like, I love myself. I love how I'm getting myself together. I love how I'm moving forward in life. Instead of sitting there and thinking, I need to get myself together. This just don't make no sense. Make no sense. We don't want to think like that. We want to think like, this coffee is really good. I just really love myself. I am so pretty. Girl, you is doing good. You want to talk to yourself that way. Be your own best friend. Talk to yourself how you would your best friend. Girl, you is beautiful. You is everything. You is getting there. You is doing you. You know what I mean? Instead of saying, oh my God, I need to get my life together. This don't make no sense. And stop being so hard on yourself. We just really want to do things that promote us to be better instead of bringing ourselves down. You know what I mean? And this is really the start of it all. I have so many things coming up for you guys, and I definitely wrote a schedule how things work as far as having a relationship with yourself. We can do things as far as getting our credit together. That's why I wish you guys would ask me more questions about what do you want to learn about. But as you can see, I'm spiritual. I have a relationship with God. I know the Bible in and out. I say a lot. I need to stop doing that. But I know the Bible. I can help with anything. But the things that I have coming up is really for us to level up. And I'm starting with the relationship you have with yourself. Because if you don't have a relationship with yourself, you're definitely going to be all over the place. I can make a million videos, but if you don't have a good relationship with yourself, it will not apply. We have to have a good relationship with ourselves. And this book right here is called Sacred Woman by Queen Afua. I would advise you guys to get this book. But if not, and you want me to go through it with you guys, I will. But Queen Afua really takes you to healing yourself in this book, healing your wound. We as women are connected to our wound, and there's trouble with our wound and trouble with us, and it helps us dealing with issues of the wound, help us to get to know ourselves better. We go back and to our childhood problems and deal with those things. That little girl in us, that 5-year-old girl who was verbally abused or sexually abused or things like that. Go back and deal with those things in this book. And if that's something you want to talk about, you just let me know. I actually have a Facebook page. I'm going to link in the description. If you're that person, it is a very private page, very private. It there's some things in there that we deal with when it comes to all kinds of abuse. I'll leave the link to that page below. But yeah, like I just want to see everybody grow. I want to see everybody become their best selves. I hope you subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I got a lot of good things going on for us, and it's starting with relationships and the relationship we have with ourselves. Next, I'm going to be getting into, you know, the household and careers and credit and entrepreneurship. Like, we're going to do all this spirituality and how to manifest our best life. And you guys are going to see me personally take those steps with you, and you're going to see me up level and see me grow. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be doing this with you guys. It's not that I'm somebody who's already doing this and I've already up leveled. Yeah, I went through these steps, but I'm still going through them, and I'm still trying to make my life better. And I hope you guys go on this journey with me. Like I said, I'm going to leave a few links to different Facebook groups and private groups below. Yeah, I just hope you guys return back. Click that little bell, subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, like this video. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys like this video. And I will see you guys Wednesday. Bye.